Hey guys, it's Hallie. So I had like this lovely video I was making for you guys, and my stupid internet, it was either YouTube or my internet, I'm pretty sure it was my internet, just decided, or even my computer, decided that it was gonna like freeze the computer, and I was stuck in like the stupidest space for like ever. And I was like, okay, I'm waiting. And it just like never went back to normal. So I was like, I'm gonna have to say everything I just said all over again. Thank God it was only like 3 minutes of video and not 15, because I would be really upset. So, I was saying today is April 5th, 2012. I am 34 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Um, it's coming to an end quickly, but not quick enough. I will do my 34-week update later today, I promise. I know I said that yesterday, but no, seriously, today we'll do it. And I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now. I do want to do a video on my Graco stroller, just little features it has and cool stuff like that. Sorry, I had a milkshake and now I have like crap stuck in my throat. So today I had an appointment with my pediatrician from when I was little, and I didn't even get to talk to him. I just talked to like one of his secretaries or whatever. And apparently, they no longer take children who are not vaccinated. I am like 100 million% against vaccinations. Um, it is a personal decision. I don't care what you do for your children, but for me and my babies, none of them will ever be vaccinated with any shot ever. Like, not even a flu shot when they're like older. I don't care. Like, that stuff is really bad for you. If you even Google the ingredients or go to vactruth.com, vactruth.com. There's a lot of good reads about it. I was never vaccinated. I went to public school. It's against the law to say you can't go to public school if you're not vaccinated. They will try to say that because they try to tell me that I had to have shots before returning for my senior year, and I was like, no. So basically, I just had to report back with a waiver, and they did the same thing when I tried to go to college. They said that I had to get shots, and I was like, no. I believe that God made us with everything that we need, and there's no reason to add anything else to our body. Hold on just 1 second. Excuse me. I feel like my nose never runs until I make a video. It must be like when I talk or something. Like, anyone who's pregnant understands the whole mucus, what is it? No, I don't even want to say that because that's just going to sound ridiculously stupid. But something gets loose, and then it's like you have a head cold for like the whole like rest of the 7 months after like 2 or 3 months pregnant. It's terrible. Anyway, so I just don't believe in vaccinations. If you do, more power to you. There's a lot of things in vaccinations that are not good for you, and they can cause permanent problems. A lot of them instantly cause permanent problems, and I'm not going to discuss that on here because I am just one person and I'm not about saving the planet anymore, because every time I try to educate people, they just turn a deaf ear because they don't care to learn. So I don't really care anymore. I'm educated, I know the truth. My parents are not vaccinated, none of us are vaccinated. My parents, my dad's a doctor, and all of his doctor friends, they've never vaccinated their kids. They'd rather kill themselves than vaccinate their kids. So that should tell you right there, if doctors are not vaccinating their own children, I'm not going to vaccinate mine. So if you want to vaccinate your kids, like I said, feel free, but for me and mine, we're good. And then another thing is, as long as I can produce, I really want to breastfeed as long as humanly possible. They say to do it at least for the first year to get everything. I've read in certain magazines and articles that it's actually good to do it for the first 18 to 24 months, because around 12 to 18 months, there's something like extra nutritious that comes out. I have no idea. But it was just like, I don't know. It's free, and God made our breasts to do this. Breasts are not sex objects. They are made to feed and bond with your baby. Sorry, guys. But like, I just really want to breastfeed at least until he's 2. There's people I know who have breastfed until they're like 5 or 6. I don't know if I could do it that long. If I can, I want to try to do it at least until 3. But I do know that, breast is best for the baby. If you have problems, that's one thing. But if it's just like, I've heard people say, oh, I didn't want to mess up my boobs, so I didn't do it. Well, again, I can only say what I'm doing for my baby, but I have my thoughts. And, if you have issues, I would definitely try to contact someone from La Leche League. There's a website, there's a phone number, there's people you can contact. In the hospital, if there's any problems, there's usually a lactation consultant in every single hospital these days. There's like a number of issues that can happen. Medela now makes pumps specifically for people. I mean, it's like one of the additional features. It's not like a pump just for that type of issue. But if you have the inverted nipple, or I forget what the other kind is, I think it's the Medela Advanced Pump and Style is the one who, would work for that. It is very expensive. However, if you're having issues, depending on if you're in the military, or if you're on WIC, or if you have really good insurance, they might provide the pump for you. Which I just found out about the military one like yesterday. But I'm not an Air Force wife anymore, so I won't be provided a pump. And I don't plan on being an Air Force wife, at least not to the same person. So that's fine by me. What was I gonna say? And so yeah, I plan on breastfeeding as long as possible. In my magazines, it says that you can start to introduce solid foods at 6 months, but it's not really recommended to do it sooner. I think I'm going to breastfeed solely at least until at least 9 or 10 months. And then maybe around 11 to 13 months, depending on how he's doing, depending on, his levels and everything. If he is lacking in certain things like an iron or whatever, nutrient that he's lacking, I may start to supplement, and I'm still going to breastfeed, but I'll start to throw in solids at that point in time. Trying to think. So yeah. So the doctor, I'm not going to say his name, but the doctor that I went to growing up, apparently they changed their rules because, like I said, I've never been vaccinated. I've always been fairly healthy. I do get little colds here and there, and sometimes I say I have no immune system because it seems like people could just walk by me and I'll get sick, but there's no common cold vaccine. It's just the major stuff. So that's that. And I was breastfed, so I've been pretty healthy with that. And I'm very smart, although people tend to think otherwise. I say pregnancy makes you stupid, but I have my blonde moments all in all. Anyway. So, I have no brain pregnant, I swear I don't. Da, 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 da. And I was just talking about how I was smart. Yeah. So anyway, they were saying how they want to, I said, yeah, and I said, some doctors, they want to introduce solids so early and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, I was like, well, I want to make sure that, we share opinions. And she's like, oh, well, he believes in early introduction of solids. And I was like how early? And she's like, well, your breast milk can only do so much, and he needs to have meat as early as 3 months because of the iron levels and stuff like that. And I'm like, 3 months? Seriously? And I'm like, hell no. I'm sorry, but I have boobs on my chest for a reason. They were made to feed my child. I don't need formula or other stuff like that. Not for a while. I mean, it'd be different if it was 9 months or 7, 8 months. But 3 months? I'm sorry, but no. Not for me and mine. So I was like, all right, thanks. I'll see you later. And I walked outside, and she said she gave me the number to a local doctor who, as I said, I started to say it in the other video, if you, he does not believe in vaccinations at all, and even if you request them, he will not vaccinate your child. He will tell you to go to another doctor and lose your money before he will ever vaccinate a child. And to me, that's important because he cares more about his personal beliefs than his income. And that's rare in doctors these days. So he is a little bit further. It would be about a 25-minute drive. And I know when you have a sick baby, like, based on what my friends have said to me, you don't want to drive really far. So it would help if there's one closer, but she said, she said that there's not really anybody in the area who will take a child that is not vaccinated simply because, he becomes a risk where if there's someone else in the waiting room or something like that that is not vaccinated yet, because he's not vaccinated, he could, it's just for the safety of their patients, which, whatever. Anyway, and I'm sure we're going to get like a lot of negative remarks in this video, but I don't care. To each their own. I don't judge you for not or for vaccinating your child or for doing other things. I might judge you for selfish things, but it's not like intentional. I'm not like, whatever. I'm just human, and even though we don't mean to judge, we do. But yeah, however you raise your child doesn't really bother me at all, so go for it. So I called this other place, and it's not the place that she said. It's like just another place that's close by. And they said that they do take unvaccinated children. The only thing is she wanted to know if I was homeschooling him because you can't have children in school who are not vaccinated. And I'm like, that is complete bullshit. Like, there's no separation, or like there's a separation of church and state, whatever it is. And like I said, I believe that God would have put these antibodies or whatever in my child's system. He would have been born with it. There's no need to inject foreign antibodies into my son's system because I want him to have a public education. It is against the law to force a child to be vaccinated, and people should really educate themselves before they fall into that, because I almost got vaccinated. I was in the doctor's office about to get vaccinated because I believed that I had to be vaccinated to go back to public school. And then I got a text message and they were like, wait, don't do it, this, and that. You just have to bring in this form or this waiver or whatever, and, you'll be fine. So I was like, whew. Don't want that stuff in my system or my kids. No offense. Like I said, if you choose to vaccinate, good for you. To each their own. I respect your decision, but as for me and mine, we'll do differently. So, yes. So I told her that, and she said, oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure that you were aware, and, obviously you're experienced in this, whatever. And I said, yep. I said, they tried to tell me the same thing, that I couldn't go to school, and, I found out otherwise that they can't do that. So she said she just wanted to make me aware, and, whatever. So I'm aware that I may face problems, but my kid is going to school unvaccinated, and I don't have to sit there and make him wear a shirt that says, hey, I don't have vaccines, or I'm not immunized. Like, he doesn't have to, do all that, but I mean, if the school needs to know, the school needs to know, that's fine, I don't care. But it's my decision and it's my child of how I raise him, and they can't deny him a public education because he is not immunized. So I have an appointment with them in a week or two, and she said she'll put me on the call list just in case one gets canceled, because I'm going to be 36 weeks then, and I already feel like he's going to come early, so I don't think I'll have him at 36 weeks, probably 38 or 39, but it's still getting close. And then I did call the other doctor, the one she said will not vaccinate a child under any means at all, even if he loses business. And I left a message with them because I guess they were out of office for lunch. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. I still want to interview both doctors just to make sure that we do share views. I didn't get to talk to them about breastfeeding or anything. That I can easily just not listen to them, but as long as they will take my unimmunized child, I can turn a deaf ear to the other part where they tell me to introduce solids. I will do plenty of research to make sure I do the absolute best thing for my child, and the proper time, the latest possible time to introduce solids, but I will still breastfeed as long as possible. So that is my thing on interviewing pediatricians today. Only one, and I just got to talk to his secretary, and then I was like, okay, bye. So thanks for watching, guys.